pleasant day to you and welcome to Top Stories on Ogama TV. First, we bring you the headlines. Federal High Court fixes July the 21st for the trial of former Minister Uche Nnaji over alleged certificate forgery. Atiku Abubakar welcomes suspension of proposed Waec and Neco registration fee hike. ADC National Chairman David Mark urges decisive action to end killings and kidnappings in Benue and Plateau states. And on business, Nigeria's crude oil production records a fourth consecutive monthly increase, surpassing OPEC's quota. And on the foreign scene, the United States launches fresh airstrikes on Iran as tensions escalate across the Middle East. Bringing you the news is Chidiogo Asuke. Now the news in details. A federal high court in Abuja has fixed Monday, July the 21st, 2026 for the commencement of the trial of former Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology Uche Nnaji over alleged certificate forgery. Nnaji, who pleaded not guilty to the charges, is accused of submitting forged academic and National Youth Service Corps certificates during his appointment as minister. He was earlier granted bail in the sum of 20 million naira. The prosecution says it will present witness and documentary evidences to support its case, while the former minister insists the allegations are politically motivated and maintains his innocence. The outcome of the trial is expected to have significant legal and political implications. Away from that story, former Vice President and African Democratic Congress presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has welcomed the federal government's decision to suspend the proposed increase in Waec and Neco registration fees. Atiku described the reversal as a victory for Nigerians, saying it followed widespread opposition from parents, students, and civil society groups. He urged that the proposed increase would have made education less accessible for many families. While commending the government's decision, Atiku urged authorities to adopt a sustainable funding model for the examination bodies and engage stakeholders before introducing policies that directly affect Nigerians. Still on the national news, the national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, David Mark, has called on the federal government to intensify efforts to end the wave of killings and kidnappings in Benue and Plateau states. Mark condemned the recent attacks that claimed several lives in Benue and Plateau, insisting that those responsible must be identified, arrested, and prosecuted. He also called on security agencies to strengthen intelligence gatherings, improve surveillance in vulnerable communities, and rescue passengers abducted from a Benue Lynx bus. According to the former Senate president, every Nigerian deserves to live in peace without fear of criminal attacks. We now go on a short break. When we return, we'll bring you business and foreign news. Stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're listening to Top Stories on Ogama TV. Now to the rest of the news. On business, Nigeria's crude oil and condensate production rose to an average of 1.73 million barrels per day in June 2026, marking the fourth consecutive month of production growth. According to the Nigerian's Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, the country exceeded its OPEC crude oil production quota by producing an average of 1.56 million barrels of crude oil daily, excluding condensates. This represents Nigeria's highest crude oil output since April 2020. The Commission attributed the improved performance to stable operations across producing assets, minimal pipeline disruptions, and effective maintenance, expressing optimism that the country could soon attain a daily production level of 2 million barrels. Moving on to the foreign scene, the United States military has carried out fresh wave of airstrikes on Iran, targeting military installations linked to Iran's operations around the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. Central Command said the strikes were ordered by President Donald Trump to weaken Iran's ability to threaten commercial shippings in the strategic waterways. several Iranian military facilities, including missile sites, radar systems, and drone infrastructure, were reportedly hit. Iranian authorities confirmed casualties and responded with attacks on U.S. military facilities in several Middle Eastern countries, including Kuwait and Bahrain. The latest exchange has further heightened tensions in the region and raised concerns over the stability of global oil supplies and international security. We now bring you the highlights of the stories on the bulletin so far. We brought to you that Federal High Court fixes July the 21st for the trial of former Minister Dyyyy over alleged certificate forgery. You also heard that Atiku has welcomed suspension of proposed Waec and Neco registration fee hike. Away from that, you heard that ADC National Chairman David Mark urges decisive actions to end killings and kidnappings in Benue and Plateau states. On business, Nigeria's crude oil production records a fourth consecutive monthly increase, surpassing OPEC quota. And on the foreign scene, the United States launches fresh airstrikes on Iran as tensions escalate across Middle East. And that's all on the news at this hour. For more updates and breaking news, don't forget to follow us on our socials, on Facebook at Ogama TV, on Instagram at Ogama TV1, on X at Ogama TV, on YouTube at Ogama TV, and also visit our website at www.ogamatv.com. I am Chidiogo Asuke. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.